welcome to the print mine. I'm sorry about all the noise. It's just next door they're having this big office party or something. It's there's like some kind of dwarven consortium that owns the other half of the mountain, and oh, it seems like a really raging party. A little jealous, and I'm surprised Emogoth hasn't done something about it. Frankly, because he's that kind of dragon, if you know what I mean. So hopefully you can hear me all right. We're just doing our job down here with a lot of noise happening tonight. Maybe I'll try to find Dieter. He's probably somewhere away from this. I'll see if I can find. Why don't you come with me? Let's see what we can find. Hey, Dieter, I found you.
Oh, hey, what's up, John?
There you are. Have you been down in Shaft 7 lately? There's this huge party going on next door.
Oh, yeah, man, I was there until like 2 in the morning last night.
It,
It's been a rough day today.
oh, well, that's nice. I didn't get invited, but hey, that's great. That's
I mean,
that's all
it's
the better.
it's not really an invitation kind of thing. It's just show up and
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
I got some leftover ale if you want it.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. So you've been partying, and I've been raking my shovels.
Yeah,
More
you
than one.
more than one. That's
Yeah.
rough. Yeah, I heard.
Well, I mean, you've found some of the same stuff that I found, right?
I assume so. Yeah, yeah,
And these things are massive. Like I've gone through 3 shovels.
yeah. Well, you can only fit like one of those in each shovel. So, uh, but what you got there? Why don't you tell our viewers what you have found exactly?
Well, I'm not quite sure where to start. It's all pretty cool, but so of course there's the let's see, we get some glare off of that. The lanterns down here are not
Yeah,
great.
yeah, those
Uh,
lantern lights.
there you can see maybe. Hey, Quinn, can you put this up for everyone to see? Maybe see the Stefan Pogue, uh, the new printing of the DCC RPG rule book,
Yeah, I love
just
it.
as
I
massive as
love it.
ever
That's
with a
the
wraparound
ninth. That's
cover.
the ninth printing, correct?
Ninth printing, I do believe, and it wraps all the way around to the back, one contiguous image. It took me a while to get used to seeing the logo just run across the top like that. It's been a
Right.
staff logo for 10 years, and it's like, is that it? I guess that's it. Yeah,
10 years? Has it been 10 years? Wow. Yeah, I guess
and I
it's
guess
been
maybe
it's
not
been it's
quite, but
it's been pretty close though. Yeah.
it's close. It's coming up on 10. Yeah,
Wow.
it's 9 years because it's the ninth printing, right?
So I heard that for the special 10th anniversary, we might actually get DCC number 100.
That would be cool. Maybe we should definitely talk about that at any point that we dig it up. But also, in addition to that DCC, there's an MCC cover
Ooh,
that
fancy.
it's got like a kind of spooky astronaut with
Right, like a
I don't know if that's like a claw or a sort of segmented tentacle thing
it's
going
it's
on
it's
there.
whatever you want it to be, John.
I guess. And it looks like he's got a Buick behind him or something, for whatever that's worth. Not a wraparound cover. You still got Doug's nice illustration there on the back with the mutated warriors and whatnot, plantients, and a softcover version of the original. So you can flex it if you're into that. You need a little
I'm
workout.
into flexing. Yeah.
This is about my level of workout. Is just kind of slightly curling a book. That's where I'm at. But yeah, no, these are landing in the store soon. If you're
Soon.
watching this live, they haven't yet. If you're watching this after the fact, they might be there already. should be at any time, any moment they could hit the store. Oh, I just realized there's a new spine on there too.
Oh,
Original spine versus new spine.
I hadn't seen that. Cool. Cool. You done any gaming with those books or any other books lately?
Not with these.
What you been up to?
Last night I did. I was going to start running um, Elzamon and the Blood Drinking Box for the first time. I have prepped that adventure more than once, thinking I would run it, and it's just always fallen apart or didn't happen for one reason or another. And then last night it turned out we needed to make characters, so we did the whole evening just making characters. So we still haven't gotten to Elzamon and the Blood Drinking Box, but next time I
Next
am
time,
promised. Next time
I swear it.
I command it. Yeah, so yeah, we did get to roll some dice, but it was basically character creation dice, not horrible incidents and mutilations and
Oh, okay.
corruptions and whatnot. How about you?
No gaming to speak of. Sadly,
Nothing, just
my world
that
has
green
been.
fog is
I
keeping
know
people away, right?
it's coming in from the dwarven party. I think.
That's probably yeah. It's kind of a velvet fog, perhaps. Yeah. Uh, yeah. No. Well. Yeah. We should put something together.
Yeah. So yeah, anyone playing online needs another player or two. You talk to us.
The show is really just about us begging to be in games. It's
Really, that's what the show is about. We're not showing off the new stuff that
but
you can buy in the Goodman Game Store. We're showing off the
hey,
stuff that
there's a bunch of
we
stuff.
want to
But
play.
really, we need a game. Come on, set us up.
Speaking of games I would like to play, here's
Yes.
here's the new holiday adventure,
Oh
Feast
yeah,
of the
yeah.
Gobbler Witch. Now, I think that this is pretty brand new in the store, like recently, right? But it's actually more of a Thanksgiving module than a Christmas module.
I'm not sure if it's in the store yet.
Oh, it may not even
I
be
think
in the store yet. Okay.
I think it's in the category of it will be there very soon, as with the new rule books.
Yes. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, it's more of a Thanksgiving themed adventure than a Christmas themed adventure. Level 0 by Stephen Newton, the illustrious Stephen Newton.
You could
Um,
stretch it into a holiday meal themed adventure. How about that?
yes. Yeah. You could do that. You could do that. But one of the fun things about this adventure that I want to specifically call out is it's got kind of a new method for generating your zero level characters. It
Yes,
has
yes.
it has a I don't know if you can really see that. You probably can't, but um,
Your
it's
velvet fog.
basically it's got a 2-page spread in the middle. There you go, where you roll your dice on this page, and whatever profession your die lands on is the profession of your character, and you're supposed to
And it's
use
in
D. And you're
it's
supposed to
in
use D.
3D.
Right, you're supposed to use D4s for it because then whatever direction one of the points is pointing at is your birth augur.
Oh, I did not catch that. I saw the
Yeah.
layout and I was like, okay, there's something tricky going on here, but I didn't
So
absorb that
so yeah, so it's
factor.
so it's it's kind of a cool
So you
different
got
way to make your zero level DCC characters.
right, you got the occupations, and then these lines are
The birth
what you
augur.
just
Yeah,
said.
the
The
lucky
birth augur.
signs.
The birth
Yeah.
augurs on the gray tone.
So that's a fun
Is
little
also
thing
the
there.
D4 then your hit points?
Oh yeah, that actually that it does. I don't think it specifically says that, but that's a good way to do it. Yeah,
That's
so you
that's my
roll
house
roll
rule.
roll as few dice as possible, making your
That's
character.
my house
Yeah,
rule. Your D4 is also your hit points.
cool. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, I only just dug this up this morning, so I haven't even had time to really digest it at all.
I
Um,
see what you did there. It's a
yeah, I
feast
know.
themed, and you digest it. Yeah,
All the
nice.
all the dads saw what I did for sure, and they're going to be using that later with their kids. But um, yeah, no, and I love the cover. I love the this big creepy dude. That's another Stefan Poe cover who he's also on here. He also did this thing.
What, that
Yeah,
guy's
he did
getting a
this
lot of
thing.
work.
He's must be running out of paint by now.
We should get him
But
on the show sometime.
absolutely,
I
absolutely,
don't think Emogoth's ever eaten an artist.
he would probably enjoy it. It would be very tasty, I'm sure.
Uh,
We need to provide him with a well-rounded diet.
right, right.
We need all kinds, not
You
just
can't just
writers,
eat writers all the time. Yeah,
and publishers. He needs a few
it gets
artists.
boring. Yeah,
Needs a layout artist, maybe if we can track one down.
a Twitch producer, perhaps something like that.
Maybe that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Uh, but wait, there is more. There's
There's
so much
more, but
stacked up
wait.
here. I can't quite absorb how much is stacked up. Um, have you dived or dove? Is it Dovid?
Given,
Divin? Have you divin into Kingdom of Fire at all?
yeah, I took a look at that one. It's a pretty good book here by Ed Stanek, and it's designed to be used with his Pax Lexke. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but his
Yeah,
campaign world
I'm
that he's
rusty
been
on the Latin.
publishing, yeah, it's kind of a fantasy version of historical Earth, which is a
Right.
pretty cool thing if you're into that.
Ancient Rome
Um,
and all that stuff.
and even if you're not into that, there's plenty of stuff that you can cannibalize for your regular DCC campaign. But this particular book is 6 adventures that are linked together, kind of to take your characters from first level up to 5th level or higher even.
Yeah, I think it's a minimum of fifth. You could go
Um,
higher depending. I
so
think the
yeah,
final
I know. Like
adventure.
a lot of players and judges keep asking for like campaigns that they can use instead of just
Right, right.
individual adventures. So this is absolutely good for that. Um, and like I said, you can use it with your regular DCC adventure with just a little reskinning, no problem.
Yeah, the final adventure is from level 5 to 7.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So yeah, you could do a pretty serious campaign out of this.
But
And personally, I was taken with I think it's the second level or third level part of it. I can't remember now what the name of it was, but it was the ancient rulers that were restless undead because they wanted revenge or something. I'm getting it all mashed up. I'm sorry, Ed, but
yeah, I don't think that's the
um,
actual title, but
yeah, that's not the title. It's a little shorter than that, but I did enjoy reading through the adventure and thinking like, yeah, I would totally make use of this one.
so yeah, and it
Um,
also it includes new monsters like most DCC adventures do. It has 13 new spells and 2 new patrons,
right, right, yeah. There's
plus rules for mass combat, which I have not looked at in depth yet, but I am pretty excited to see how those pan out.
I did go through those, and it's sort of like I'm not sure I totally grokked it on the first read, to be honest, but it was sort of like you take your armies and sort of boil them down as if they're an individual, and you kind of play it out, more
Okay,
or less
all
like
right,
a player to player, or not player to player combat, but player to monster combat or whatever.
okay, yeah, that's I guess that's
But it does have it takes into account like if your PCs are part of your army or leading your army,
okay.
that they can
That's cool. Yeah,
influence what happens in the whole course of events of a major battle and
I think
things.
that's one of the hardest things to balance when you're doing mass combat, but with your characters. It's yeah, how much can
Right,
your individual characters actually influence the battle?
right, and there were definitely the one thing there are guidelines for like factoring in your PCs as leading different units or whatever, and their abilities enhancing the abilities of the unit.
Cool, cool.
So it's only a few pages. It's a fairly simple thing, but it it covers what you need covered. I think it's got
Which is
the
kind of the DCC aesthetic, right?
right, right. Yeah, don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Resolve it. Move it forward. Get on with it. Yeah, Kingdom of Fire in the store now. This is the first. Yeah, first one we've covered that's actually in the store right now as we're doing this live.
So yeah, the fantasy version of ancient Egypt reminds me of when I was in high school.
Did you go to high
That
school in Egypt or?
no, I went to a mutant high school. That's the worst segue ever.
Funny you should mention that. Um, this is Mutant High School, which came out in coincided with the Empire of the Cyclops Con in November. There are still copies available on the store, and the premise here, this is put together by the inimitable Brendan LaSalle, and the idea is it's like a trauma movie plus I don't know, a John Hughes film or something like that. You know, your high school
Okay.
kids, but it's a mutant setting. The premise is, I think that there's an isolated apocalypse. So it's called No Go City. It's like this bubble unto itself, and then this is high school life within that closed environment. You're still going to prom and all that kind of thing. Um, One of the things I liked in here was that it instead of doing occupations, it does archetypes,
Mm,
and I
okay.
think that's kind of an interesting way to open up defining the character instead of by their occupation.
So when you say archetypes,
Certainly
are
an
like
idea that could jump into
like the
other things.
nerd, the jock, the
Right, right.
okay,
The art kid, the band geek,
right, right.
so on, emo kid, so
I
on and so
was I
on.
was the band geek. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there still remain copies of this compatible with MCC, and yet another entry in the vaguely, more or less, modern day but with a twist
Right.
category of products that seem to be cropping up more and more.
Well, yeah. Speaking of that, since that's a better segue, let's change the order we were going to talk about things a little bit.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
speaking of modernish things with a twist, we also have ghost-like crime. Now, I have to
Yeah.
confess that when I first saw this one, I was kind of not that impressed with the cover and the little blurb on the cover. I was like, I don't know. But then I opened it up and started looking at it, and I'm like, holy crap, this is fantastic stuff. This
Yeah, yeah.
this is one of my favorite products now, I think. Um,
Yeah, this is up my alley, and it's basically like like we're saying, it's kind of a modern day thing, but then it's injecting um, some kind of some kind of extraordinary something into things, and then doing it in the
so
DCC
yeah,
style.
the basic setup, like it doesn't go into a whole lot of detail here, but the basic setup is that
Right.
there's the cabal of corporatocracy or something, and these evil corporations have like started using magic for their own ends without heed of any repercussions, and so monsters and whatnot are coming into the world, and you as the heroic player characters have to deal with the fallout of the corporation's you know greed, I guess.
Yeah, might be a little close to home, but yeah, no,
But yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's fun. It's a fun idea, and I could see it blending with both like Terror of the Stratus Fiend, and
yeah,
also you
yeah,
could blend it in with, and I'm gonna hate myself, the Blackout in Crater Valley. Am I
yeah,
getting that
yeah,
name right?
yeah. I think that was right. That's the right title.
Like, you could
Yeah.
take this in
So
either of those directions, and it would make a nice, they would complement each other very well,
right.
or
So
extend each other.
this one has its own occupation table for 0 levels and how to make 0 level characters, which is pretty cool. It's got, let's see, I think the only actual DCC classes that carry over are Warrior, Thief, and Halfling. Although
Right.
the halfling is the half pint in this, it's your child sidekick basically.
Kid brother tagging
Right,
along.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and then it also has, I think, 3 classes that are specific to this setting.
It's two, but
Oh,
maybe I got
two,
that
two, I
wrong.
guess, yeah. But they're really good classes. Like,
I I think there's some implication because this is number
yeah,
oh
it does say
one.
number one, so there might be more. I hope there's more in the
I
future
think
because
the
I'm
implication is there may be other classes that show up in like number two or number three or whatever. But yeah, the two, what was it? There's the warrior, the thief, and the halfling.
right.
The
And then
two other
they
classes bring in a kind of a
right
magic-y thing.
the scrapper is kind of the wizard, I guess.
Right,
But
sort of. Yeah,
their thing is that they can see and use inherent magic that is in like discarded items.
right.
So your your old woman shopping pushing around the shopping cart full of random junk is actually a wizard, and she can pull
Right.
out random items and cast spells with them. And then the other one is the paratechnologist,
Right.
um, which I think
And that's
um,
more like high-tech, weird science
yeah, it's a
kind of
very
stuff.
very weird sciency sort of thing. Yeah.
You can kludge stuff together and make it do amazing things.
And so yeah, and then there's also a zero level funnel and a first level adventure and some other kind of um, a brief monster manual with a few creatures in it and some other good stuff. But
Yeah.
highly recommend this one, people. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. For the low price of $10, you can definitely get your money's worth out of this one for
And
many sessions
I
of
gotta say, the
play.
thing I really love about these two classes is that they are very unique with their own mechanics, but they're not overdone. Like they're still very
Right.
simple mechanics that are in line with DCC flavor. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 2 or 3 pages to basically explain them, and then there's maybe some supplementary stuff to
right,
give them their
your
spells.
spells or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's our gesture for the show today is spells.
Spells.
Scream real loud when you hear the magic word. Um,
Don't tell the dwarves that.
no, that's no, they're loud enough. Um, so not in that vein,
Very in a very different vein, in fact.
to make a an abrupt 180-degree turn back into pure fantasy is the Cat and the Resurrection, a level 2 adventure. And fortunately, on the back, it mentions it builds on the events of Beneath the Giant's Head, which was the title I was blanking on, and Fantastic Adventures of the Disgruntled Gong Farmer. So we
Which
covered the
I think
Giant's
we
Head
talked about
adventure.
that in maybe our first episode. I think. Um,
Well, I know we did the Giant's Head like a couple episodes back, two or three back.
I know we
So,
did it. Yeah, we talked about that one. Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, so this is in the same uses the same like village as a base.
Right. So in another series of adventures, for people who are looking for campaigns, this is
Right,
a good
right,
one to go to. It's got a fully fleshed out village, and what I like about these adventures, like this adventure in particular, is a lot of the things that happen. A lot of the main trouble of the adventure is caused just by the NPCs being them.
right,
Um,
right. And one thing I noticed was for some of the NPCs or some of the events, they're kind of written up in two ways. Like if you've already played this earlier adventure and such happened, treat them this
right,
way. And
yeah.
if you haven't done
So
that, treat them
you
this
can
way.
absolutely use them as standalone adventures too.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you've never done the other two, but this one, the blurb on it grabs you. Yeah, you could run it independently, but it also ties in with those other adventures. And I always like that option of like, here you could do it this way, you could do it that way, and both of them work.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good planning, good adventure planning. Um, yeah, so I believe all three of these are currently on the site.
Yeah, well,
They're
and
there too.
the other thing is that these are all available for the PDFs. You can get them for free on RPG Now or
Is that
whatever
right?
drive through or whatever they call it now. Yeah,
Oh,
free PDF on drive through RPG. Yep.
I didn't. Where is that? It
So,
must be inside
right,
somewhere.
it says right inside the front cover.
Right inside
Right,
the
and that
front.
big logo that says compatible with DCC RPG
Oh
right below that.
yeah,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah, I mean, go check them out. And then if you want a print copy, you can get one on the Goodman Games website. So
Yeah, if you want to award the author with a purchase, you can try it before you buy it.
but
Yeah.
yeah, we should also, we would be remiss also if we did not mention that tomorrow, Wednesday, December 15th, if you're watching this live, is the last day to order from the store and be guaranteed before Christmas delivery.
Is is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Yep.
I thought it had already come and gone. I didn't even think to look at that
No,
today.
I'm looking at it today. It was
Oh,
posted earlier today. Tomorrow is the last day to order and be guaranteed delivery for Christmas.
there we go. There we go.
But yeah, but you can also still get a gift card too, because that's digital, and you can buy that the day before and be fine.
True. Yeah, it goes right away. It goes immediately, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah. Lightning fast. It's like it's through some kind of intelligent network of information and things.
So, do you think we should get Emogoth something for Christmas?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, I guess we should try to stay on his good side.
Oh,
What do
yeah,
you think we should get him?
I have an idea. I know I've got this author waiting. We could maybe like just give him an author.
I bet he'd like that.
I bet he'd
he'd
like
be
that.
all over that.
I bet he would. I bet he would.
Toy around with him a little bit, and
Right, and then eventually devour him. Yes.
that would work. That would work.
It'll keep us from being devoured for another couple weeks at least.
How do we send it to him though? How do we make sure that he's got it corralled or something?
Here's an idea. I will go get the author. You go find Emogoth. All right.
Oh yeah, I can always find him. I'll just goof off for a minute, and then he'll find me right away, and I'll point him in your direction.
Okay, great.
You told me to goof off, so then he'll be mad at you, and he'll come to you, and then you appease him with the author.
Exactly. Works for me. Okay.
That works. Totally.
You go that way. I'll go that way.
Here I go. Here I go.
Welcome to Emogoth's lair. I'm Emogoth, obviously. Who are you, worm?
I'm James Pozenel. I was, hanging out with the dwarves, I guess, because of the beard. And I don't know. I mean, how did I get? I mean, hi. You're awfully
Welcome
formidable.
to my show. May I ask you some questions?
I mean, yeah, why not?
I'm
right?
told you're a writer. What have you written recently?
What have I written recently? Does my life depend on this answer?
Yes.
Oh, well, if quantity is the metric, I've put out this year, and I've been a very good boy. Additionally, I just want to note that. I put out Unveiled Elisions. #1 is a zine. I did that with Don Stroud of Psychota Press. Maybe
I ate him last time.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I guess that's not, you're not going to eat me, are you? I mean, that's not cool.
It remains to be seen.
Oh, okay. And then along with that book, I put out a series of limited zines. They're patron AI zines. So I put out 3 of them this year. Well, almost this. I got third one to go in a few days.
A few days.
In a few days, like it'll be here.
Well, tell us more about those.
Well, the first one that came out was along with the Kickstarter, with Don's Don Stroud. So we did Scions of the Computarchs #1, and then that is a patron called the Erebus Network, which is these two AIs that have combined together to kind of, it's religious, like TV preachers and media manipulation, and also like the Greek mythology of Orpheus and Eurydice. And so and it's got five patron spells, one first to fifth level for that patron. So there's some mind-blowing stuff at the end of the book.
I understood about 2 words of that.
I am surprised. I thought dragons were really, really smart.
Are you saying I'm not smart?
No, 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 no. Heavens forbid.
What exactly is a computarch?
Computarch. Well, I'm sure someone with your intellect and knowledge knows about computers.
Of course, I already know. Of course, I'm asking for the viewers.
Oh, for the viewers, right, yes. So computers, it's the root of the computers, and then like an autarch or a monarch. So it's computer rulers. That's what the computarchs are.
Do you get paid by the complexity of your titles?
Sadly, no. That's a pro bono thing. I just kind of, it's an extra, you know. But if I was paid by the letter for the titles, I'd be in a handsome position.
Yes, yes, you would. So which of these AI patrons is the best?
Ooh, the best. Let's see. I think I like the third one, and that's coming out in just a few days. I should have it in my hands on December 20th, and it'll be out to the stores after that. But it's for Ohm 13, and Ohm 13 is an android who's a patron, but he also you can turn into an android if you get enough patron taint.
Why would you want to do that?
People like that, I've heard at the bar.
Androids taste terrible.
Well, maybe that's a reason to become an android. How do you know I'm not an android?
Oh, I guess I don't.
Yes, I hear they taste terrible.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Wait. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Your name, Emogoth.
Yes.
So which of your parents was into emo and which one was into goth?
What? I don't understand. It's a family name.
Well, it sounds like two kinds of music mashed together.
But my uncle Steigoff the Damned, he suggested the name to my parents.
And no one's named Screamo in your family either?
No. What do you get? I'm going to eat you right now.
Complicated titles, but really good gaming.
Right. And they're very tech oriented things, obviously. So if you're doing kind of a cyberpunky, or you can use them for MCC, obviously too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they've got a very, very cyberpunky sort of flavor to them.
Actually, in that vein, let me see if I can. One thing I noticed in here, which is awesome, is it has like guidelines if you're using it in the post-apocalypse or the anti-apocalypse.
Oh, all right, cool.
So you can use it in your Ghost-like Crime or Terror of the Stratosphere, or Mutant Crawl Classics, or other things. Umerica.
Brilliant.
Multi-purpose stuff here. All very solid, good stuff.
Cool. Well, anything else you want to talk about?
I could talk more about how those books are terribly heavy and awful to lug around.
I think everyone understands that.
When you got like 24 of them in your arms, it's really a challenge.
I think most of us have carried them at some point. We know.
The content is fun though. I do like the content. I'll say that. Yeah, no, I don't have anything anything other to add except that I hope the dwarves are done within 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, I might go back tonight. We'll see.
Oh, okay, all right, I see. Uh, um,
I'll send you pictures.
yeah, oh, he's over there now. Great. Yeah, so let's see, what do we got to cover here? Tomorrow's the last day for Christmas delivery.
Right.
There's
Gift
a
cards are
bunch of
great.
stuff.
The new covers will be hitting the store any minute now.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there now. There's a bunch of stuff coming. It's a bunch of stuff. They're keeping us busy down here in the mine, and it's all worthwhile if you enjoy what we're digging up.
Sounds good.
And
Yeah, so I guess that's our show then. We're done.
I guess we're kind of, yeah. I'm kind of done. I'm kind of
Okay.
ready for a
Well,
nap.
thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll be back at some point, probably after the new year, to run down some more stuff. And
Another giant stack of books, no doubt.
yep. Cool.
All
Bye.
right. Thanks for watching, everyone.